That's how we're gonna start the podcast. Let's get this. Let's get this started. I'm sorry, Shamsi. I'm sorry.
What the fuck happened there? Did I miss an innuendo? No. Okay. What'd you say?
Hey, welcome to Kabsa. It's your boy Adi. What's happening was popping episode 111, which is 111th. 111th? Or 11th? 111? I
think so.
You think so?
I learned the English.
Okay, so when you said I learned the English, that tells me that we are on the same track.
Yeah.
Shout out to our Tens and Tens. What's happening was popping. It's your boy Adi. I got Turks right next to me.
Yo.
And Shamsi still has COVID. Thank God.
They're still plagued.
Oh, he's here. Shit, forgot. Fuck. He's in my ears. Hi, Shamsi. How are you?
Mr. Plaguey Plague, how you doing?
I'm at this point I am done with quarantine, I feel.
Okay, you're mentally done.
Yes.
You're not really done.
Mentally done. I'm mentally done, yes. I feel my senses coming back. I can smell things once again.
That's
Thank
bullshit.
God.
I have guys that have been like 6 months after COVID and still can't smell.
Can you smell
Okay,
stuff?
that's
What you been smelling? What you been smelling?
Exactly, what you been smelling?
candle. I've been smelling candles. I've been lighting candles.
You've been lighting candles, Shaq. Hold up. Oh, I gotta set the scene for
They're scented candles.
Okay, well, set the scene. So you got candles on, Hajjaj is playing in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
Bathtubs full.
Bathtub full of water.
I'm looking out the window. It's dark.
Also, you're sitting in the bathtub, in the bubbly bathtub, looking out the window in
Waiting
the
for
dark.
rain.
Hold on, in the dark with candles on.
Yeah.
And Hajjaj is playing, trying to sniff a candle.
I'm not sure where y'all got the bathtub, but yeah, that's.
I'm just saying.
Definitely a bathtub. Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's Thursday. Thursday, we get questions from our listeners and viewers. And today, Shamsi is supposed to hang out, by the way, guys. I'm just ignoring him. So, Shamsi.
I'm here. I'll just pretend like I'm there.
You ain't got shit to do. I know that.
You ain't got nothing. You're staying with us for a minute. But it's going to be a short episode today. Like, we don't got that many questions. I'm just bullshit. I'm just going to make it short. So, y'all want to start light or what?
Go.
Shamsi, I fucking, look, as much as I fucking hate you, I really miss you, my guy.
I miss y'all too. I miss society to be more specific, you know. I miss interacting with people, you know. I miss the daylight. Like these are among the things that I feel like I don't have.
Daylight is on you. I'm sorry. Daylight. It's not quarantine stuff.
I mean, I do participate in daylight, but it's the wrong type. Daylight.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the tail end of the day. Oh shit! I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah. I do feel like a vampire. I do wake up when the sun goes down, and I keep going on until the sun goes up again, and then I'm like, light. No.
Sounds like 2020.
So first question, get this shit over with.
Go on.
This is gonna be an 18-minute podcast. First question comes from Munti. Yeah, I'm actually gonna say his name this time. He was like, "Is this the episode you are announcing replacing Shamsi with Monty?"
Yo, spoilers.
You wish, Munti. You fucking wish.
Oh, shit.
Did you feel salty
I'm
about
not
that,
that
Shamsi?
easily replaceable.
Wow.
Shamsi doesn't feel salty. He has no feelings.
He's not that easy replayable.
I mean,
you know, I heard a lot of people say a lot of different things.
Exactly. Everyone's like, "Yo, it's about time. Get him out of here."
like, I mean, he was alright. He was a good addition to the couch.
Yeah, he put a lot of pressure on you, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put a lot of weight on my shoulders.
Yes.
But
step your game up.
Nonetheless.
Look, anytime you think of slacking, just know the Munti is right behind you.
He's right there.
But high beaming the fuck out of you out the way.
Bro, I can actually see him looking at me right now.
Side of the ring, just waiting to get tagged
third
in.
eye.
Right there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the challenge is real. I must admit, but and I do feel like I bring a lot to the podcast, nonetheless.
Yo, are you trying to prove yourself right now? What's happening?
Exactly.
You're good. Shamsi, you're good. Don't worry.
Shamsi. Contractually, you're always going to be here, Shamsi. All right, you got nothing to fear.
Contractually,
you're always going to be here.
My legally binding contract.
Exactly.
Not love.
You signed off your soul for this shitty ass podcast.
Anyway. How we get him? Anyway,
stop, Shamsi. Stop. I know you have no friends. You've been bored as fuck at home.
So bored.
Here's a good question. Is there a bad or wrong way to defend Saudi?
Bad or wrong way to defend?
I think even if you ask the question, if there's a right way, what is the right way? Because when someone perceives you as bad, they don't care which way you do it.
Yeah, but defend against what exactly?
I think what they mean, talk about like, when foreign newspapers,
Stereotypes and shit.
stereotypes, attacking us, whatever the fuck it is, pointing fingers over some bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially now, like every time we make a huge announcement for something crazy for this world, they all start hating. Is it really going to happen? Oh, go ahead, James.
I mean, I do think there's a wrong and bad way, honestly. Yeah. I think it depends on what you're trying to do here. If you're trying to convince the other person that, they're wrong, there's a right way of having that discussion. But if you're just trying to, unleash the wrath within, because honestly, a lot of these criticisms, it gets to people, and I understand why it gets to people, because it hurts people to see us being, unfairly characterized as a country, as a nation, as a society. And it just hurts to see it happen repeatedly and regularly. But at the same time, I think there's two levels to this. The first level is sometimes accepting that, some people just really criticize no matter what you do. So accepting that and letting that go. And on the second level, actually finding those people that are willing to have an argument or willing to have a discussion. Why should it be an argument? Willing to have a discussion or a debate, and, correcting those misconceptions in a way that leaves a lasting impression.
That's if someone is willing to have a debate with you.
If.
But usually, which is most of the fucking time, actually, whenever they throw shit at you, they don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear nothing good from you. They want to hear only bad things. Anything good that you're doing, we don't want to fucking hear it. We're not going to celebrate it for you. If today we solve climate change, if we solve it today, if today we fucking solve it, they will not accept it.
Bro, thank you for bringing that up, because honestly, that illustrates the point extremely beautifully. I'm looking at the news over the past couple of weeks and couple of months, and everybody's talking about this whole climate change conference that happened in Glasgow, I think, or in the UK a couple of weeks ago. And nobody's talking about like the actual initiatives that Saudi announced over the same time period. So, the
Green Summit.
You know what? Yeah, like the focus of the news agenda is on how that was a failed, conference. And none is looking at, look at what Saudi's doing. Like this is, a generational leap, a transformation of climate policy in a sense that nobody is actually acknowledging. So it's, fuck them. Fuck them.
Definitely fuck them. But at the same time, the reason you're not going to get anything good said about you or any coverage is because you're not white. It's that simple. You're not? You're not white. You're not the guy that I want to look up to and say, hey, you created something new.
the Whitey. I always believe in the Whitey argument. So yeah, thank you for putting it.
Look at what China has been doing in terms of an economy. There's no economy that fucking destroyed everything like China did, right? And there's still no acknowledgement. Still China bad, even though they came out of fucking poverty.
Well, you see, the thing is, Adam, if them praising China and not painting China with a dark brush is basically them acknowledging that another system of life, another conceptualization of how the world could run could actually work. And if they acknowledge that, then that's basically a critique of their system.
Yes. So my democracy didn't work.
Exactly. My liberal market-based democracy with free fucking markets and neoliberal policies. Maybe there's a better solution than that, which has fucked over so many people over the past 10 years.
I agree. Let's go to something
bias, else. My guy. Fucking bias.
Well, since we're talking about, the green initiative or whatever, promoting a circular economy in KSA. Do you know what is a circular economy, Abu Shamsi?
Fuck yeah. Yes.
Wait, I don't know.
I know. See, I didn't say Turks.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't look at Turks. Turks does not exist to me today.
I need to know.
Okay. This is why Shamsi take the floor, my guy.
This is why I'm here. So actually, Saudi has been promoting.
I gotta present like it's a TED talk, man.
Look, I can explain to you in layman's term, but do you want the good details?
No, I want the Shamsi.
Shamsi, give me the good details.
I'm getting the pointer out, please.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I can hear it. Yeah.
So,
you got 3 minutes on the clock.
So basically, Saudi has been promoting the idea and the concept of the circular economy for a while now, and the concept that, as it goes is you need to eliminate waste from the system. How do you do that? You do that by building the system in a way where all the waste that you end up generating ends up being reused and recycled and reinserted into the system. So at the end of the day, it's a system where you are able to limit inputs, okay, because you are always regenerating and reusing what you already have in the system, and you are eliminating waste because you are, again, doing the same thing. It's one of the movements towards sustainable economy that's actually working.
I'm a little bit confused. Are we talking about like recycling actual waste or economical waste?
I'm talking about both.
All the above.
Finding ways to basically reuse and recycle all of the material that is consumed, okay, and lessening the amount of waste while at the same time lessening the amount of consumption.
So you build a new house. Let me make it simple for you. You're building a new house, right? Like we know houses in 20, 30 years, you're going to have to rebuild or do whatever. If this house is going to be taken down in the future because someone wants to build something over there. It
needs to be recyclable materials.
Exactly.
Yada, yada, yada.
We can take these materials and take them somewhere else with minimal carbon footprint and build the same thing and be able to use at least 70, 80% of those materials.
I understand that. Okay, because when he said, what'd you call it? Cycle economy? Circular economy. I thought it was like numbers and stuff. That's what I understood, but never mind. That I am in full support of. بقوة. لأنه I think we got like a couple of lead platinum projects in Neom, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That they're going for. And
can you please explain to people what kind of award is that? Because we always explain and people forget it.
LEED is an organization that gives you a certificate based on how green your project or construction project or like a building is.
Yeah, from conceptualizing to logistics to
from material you're using, where you're sourcing them, how are you building, what's the waste that you're generating, did you hang up on Shamsi's face?
I was saddened and now I'm happy again.
Great.
I was saddened.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's what the award is.
Yeah.
I think this is something that we can actually pull off as Saudi, as a country that's trying to go into this new whole industrial revolution. We're literally at the right place, building the right project to conceptualize all of that and actually put it to work. I mean, neom is a fucking gift, man. Because neom, any idea that you have that you think it could work, you have a place to actually go and test and try to make it work over there. So, and the thing is, like, you're not waiting on just these foreign investments to come in to make that happen for you. You're actually trying to take those initiatives yourself.
Yeah, do it yourself.
Yeah, I'm opening the door for all these companies to come in and make use of that. Like, what was the neom project that was announced yesterday?
You're talking about the oxagon.
Yes. Champs is gonna be really angry with me. I'm sorry, I got big fingers. I got big fingers
here.
Please keep me here. Like a sad lost puppy. Like, yo, please keep me.
I feel anchored. I'm with you, my friend.
Like yesterday's announcement.
The new neom project.
Yeah.
Oxagon.
Well, Oxagon,
by the way, a great name for a project. I love the name of the project. Okay?
That's dope.
Yes. It's aiming to build the world's largest floating industrial complex. Which thank you for being so fucking sci-fi and innovative in your right?
From everything, from the building, from the name, the concept, it's out of this world.
And the goal, basically. So what's the idea? The idea is becoming a research facility and production facility, okay, for sustainable energy, for autonomous mobility, for water innovation, sustainable food production, health and well-being, technology and digital manufacturing. Basically, all of this is built in a way that's going to be 100% sustainable, renewable. So that's a key example of the circular economy that we're talking about. You know, building something in a way that, you know, the entire complex ends up, you know, generating the energy that it requires to sustain itself by itself and keeping it in a closed loop where everything ends up getting reused.
It is obvious that Shamsi hasn't talked to her in a minute.
Right?
Yes, it's obvious.
excited,
It's
but,
obvious.
But I like
Yo,
this
like these are the things. This is what you're talking about. Sci-fi future shit. This is sci-fi future shit. It's right in front of you.
Well,
You know, so
speaking,
that's why
speaking
I'm
of
like,
that,
so excited about the shit.
okay. Oh wow. Me too. We all are, my guy.
Yeah, but you can sense that Shams has been excited for a while and he can't talk to anyone about it. So he's excited that
I've been busy lately, so I haven't been calling him either. So
okay.
yeah.
He's neglected.
Marra. No friends.
Thank you for offering conversation for this.
Here's another one that I really like. Is it our fault that people don't know the diversity in Saudi? Yes, it is our fault. For a long, long time, we've been closing our doors, not letting people in.
Was that the end of the question?
Yeah, that was. I said yes. That was the answer to the question. Yeah, I think it is our fault as people, as everything. We close ourselves off from society and from showing the people the wealth of culture that we have.
It's not our fault. I'm sorry.
Really?
No, I think we have been put in a slot basically for a while as Arab. There is one Arab stereotype.
Yeah,
then,
what cause? No, okay. Are you talking about in terms of white people or in terms of what?
Yeah. The entire,
globally, you mean?
Yeah, globally, because media controls how they view us.
Okay, I wasn't talking about globally. I was actually talking about in general. Because I know that other Arab countries do not know how diversified Saudi is.
True.
So that's why I'm looking at it.
That's another perspective.
Yes,
I'll give you that.
You're both right. You're both right, and you both have elements of right and wrong. Yes, it is our fault because no, we haven't done a good job of putting ourselves out there, of showcasing ourselves. But also, yes, Turks, because the media that is not based from here, okay, is not inclined to show us in a positive light. True. And it is inclined to paint us all in a very similar brush.
A broad brush. Yeah.
So, but it is our fault, and this is the power we have right now. The power we have right now is being able to put out ourselves for people to see, and being able to showcase the diverse elements that we have, in our society, in our country, in our community, okay, and painting them in the right light.
And you see a lot of initiatives just highlighting each and every different corner of the kingdom and how people are like we come in all different shapes and colors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tastes.
Spices.
Yeah. How many like local cuisines that we have here that's certain to a demographic or to a geographic area?
There is a great restaurant you should check out.
What's it called?
Tekia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Is it in Riyadh?
Yes.
Is it in Jeddah?
No.
Is it in Sharqiyya?
It's in Riyadh. خلاص.
So it's only one.
Hold up.
There's only one store. So it's not a chain.
I think so. It's not a chain. It's not a chain. It's a high-end fine dining restaurant.
Okay.
With food items inspired by different types of cuisine all over the kingdom, in a modern, I think Michelin star.
It's a Saudi chef, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
This is the same one that Nawaf kept telling me about.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Nawaf from Ilham. I'd like to say again, it's been a while since we called Nawaf from Ilham.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Nawaf.
Fuck you.
As usual.
Love you. Anyway.
With fuck you at the same time.
Definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, he told me, he was like, there's this chef that takes local cuisines and deconstructs it.
You see a lot of the different chefs doing it here right now. But what I love about this restaurant is with each dish on the menu, they have an icon that represents the region in the kingdom that this food item came from.
Oh, interesting.
So you get to see and figure out what each and every dish represents and where it comes from. It's completely different types of food.
Tekia?
Tekia. From what I'm saying, I'm gonna make
Google it. But what's the name? As I was saying a second ago, before I got rudely I'm joking. Class.
I am rude.
Yes.
No, go on.
What's the name?
Tekia.
No, really. How many fucking types of cuisines that we have from Junub to Shamal to East and West?
I'm sure more than a dozen at least.
بالراحة, man. بالراحة.
Yeah, I'm sure more than a dozen. And I think that's one of the things that we're still in the process of kind of, not developing, but in the sense building the platform to showcase. And as Turks mentioned, you have a couple of restaurants that do showcase, like, authentic Saudi cuisine in a modern twist. But that theme is still not fully, it's still going. It's still not there yet.
Facts on facts. Next one.
Before that, dude, المنسف الشمالي.
Okay.
Did you find me the name of the place?
Yeah, Tekia it is.
Okay, Tekia it is. بس حصلت منسف شمالي.
There's also Hale.
Because when we went to Tabuk, we went with
a few weeks ago.
Sorry? Who? Hale?
There's also Hale, the one that we went to a few weeks ago.
Hale is a great
Yes,
restaurant.
Hale, yes.
Yeah, definitely. But
There's a few.
when we went to Tabuk, we were with this great tour guide who took us to استراحة شايب عندهم هناك. جابنا أكل بيت منسف سعودي, not the Jordanian منسف. It was like, I'm not even going to explain it. Go to Tabuk. Go to Tabuk. Find an istiraha.
Like I can actually see Turks' face right now as he's talking.
Oh,
Turks just said something that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
We were in Tabuk with a tour guide.
Yeah.
That tells you enough.
Right?
Okay, that tells you enough. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, amazing tour guide. Like, the dude knew exactly what he was doing. If I'm not mistaken, وزارة السياحة, I think you can
they provide. Yes.
Yeah. Go on their website, tell them exactly where you're going, and they'll give you a great tour guide to help you out.
You guys went to Wadi Disa, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Took some beautiful pictures over there. Yeah.
Amazing. Next question. This is actually another good one. Where does cultural appreciation stop and cultural appropriation begin?
Oof.
Money. I think it's money. It's always it's whenever you start making money off of other people's shit.
Yeah.
That's where the problem is.
I thought it was dreads, but never mind.
I think it's a bit trickier than just money. Like money is a big part of it, yes, but
exploitation.
I think when
it's exploitation, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's white people. I think white people is another big part of it.
Exactly.
Synonym for exploitation. I know white people.
No, and at the end of the day, I think the problem with cultural appropriation is taking something without really taking the time to either show appreciation for it, explaining where it comes from, show appreciation or understanding of it.
Not only that,
respect.
Also taking it and acting like it's one of your own, and not respecting
and not
the culture
back.
itself. No, it's not. It's not about giving back. No. It's you not even respecting the people of the culture. You thinking that you can speak on their behalf or act on their behalf.
Exactly.
That kind of shit.
And
exactly. So
that kind of whiteness.
Multifaceted.
Yeah. No, I think it's also based on like the respect that you have for the culture itself. If you're just doing it and as a joke, that's a big no. But if you actually respect it, like if I find like a Saudi kung fu master who's really into like kung fu and shit, but that's appreciation.
But you talk about someone who went to train and do things and learn.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's
respect.
That's a different part than looking at one thing.
Like,
for example, Shima al-Ghatra.
Yes.
You see them every time they wear it. They're not wearing it to be like us. They're wearing it to be a joke.
How about like English football fans wearing the napkin cloth as a shmar?
Yes.
Is that appropriation or appreciation?
There you go. That's exactly what I was talking about.
That's appropriation.
Look, that one I think it's appreciation.
It's a fine. It's a fine.
It's very specific because you need to think about it this way. This is a football team. We're talking about Newcastle United, everybody.
Yeah.
So this is a football team who had the potential to go big, but it kept getting fucked. And then Saudi came and they bought it, and now they see that they can go and really reach their greatness. So I think that's appreciation.
Appreciation, but it's
with a hint.
With a hint of ignorance. That's it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it because I love you.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's a beautiful way of putting it.
Yeah.
Shamsi, any point of views on this?
I think appropriation. It's a multifaceted thing. The line between appreciation and appropriation, okay, might not be as thin as some things, but it can veer there when money comes into play, when you don't give back to the community, when you don't show appreciation for the community, or give the proper acknowledgement to whatever it is that you're trying to transport Yeah, we touched on a lot of those points, Andy. But I think it's a complex argument.
All right, next question. Are tech entertainment careers like esports and streaming a bubble that will burst? That was a weird question.
But yeah, I get it.
I get the question also. So basically, I think esports is here to stay. I don't think esports is going to go anywhere.
It's here to stay, but it's volatile. That's the issue.
Explain to me how.
It's based on what game is popping.
Good point.
And you have to sustain basically it's a fine line because you're really good at a game. Okay, you make it into like being a professional gamer. You are now contributing in how popular this game is. You are now contributing in how relevant it is, and at the end of the day, it's the source of your income. If that game gets like overshadowed by any other game, you have to switch career. Basically, think about I'm a football player, and then basketball blows up, and I have to switch to basketball.
That's exactly what I'm about to tell you right now.
Yeah,
that is a very
that's volatile as well.
Yes, if it's like you have to learn a new trick every day.
Exactly.
But I think something as consistent as basketball or football, that one's never going to change. It's still going to be the same rules.
True.
So that one can go longer in comparisons to, let's say, Watchmen.
Yeah, Overwatch.
There you go.
Fortnite.
There we go.
Yada 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 yada.
I don't do games.
Yeah.
I don't do the games.
Yeah.
But I think there's a place for it. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I think that the competition of esports is always gonna be there.
It's always gonna be.
But I agree with you.
But as a career choice, it's difficult.
It's very because if I know how to play this one specific game really really good, it doesn't mean I know how to play all the games really good.
But I do understand that some gamers would like it's a skill set. If you're good at a game, you might be good at another one.
But you won't be as good as you were, let's say, at the last one.
But that learning curve is always going to be easier and easier for you.
Since you know the basics.
Exactly. Yes. But at the end of the day, football is not reliant on a piece of technology that will one day be obsolete.
X is X.
Yes. X is X. I know. But X on an Xbox is... No, never mind. Never mind.
Oh my god.
No, not just that. Like football has an entire like economy built on top of it. You know, as not just the game. It's the people that service the game. Esports, I think, is. I don't think it's a bubble. I think it's going to be here for a minute. You're still going to have esports. You know, the whole scene is going to keep expanding over the next 10 to 15 years. But I agree with Turks. It's very volatile. So can you build a career on it? Is it sustainable to build a career on it? I don't think so. Because the pool of players is much smaller compared to a game like football, either way.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's going to be regional competitions, but, you know, I don't think it's something that people should look into and be, this is, you know, what I should aspire to be. If you're good at it, keep on working at it, but, you know, keep in the back of your mind, like, you know, a way out.
I think the career of a esports
scientist,
let's call them scientists. The career of an esports scientist is as short as the career of a model, basically. And you get your time to shine, and then you have to pivot. You have to figure out a different.
Would you like to apologize to our model friends?
All the models, definitely.
Your time is up soon.
Like myself until never mind.
You will not survive. Your career is limited. Find another hobby.
Hello. I didn't say cop. No, you said hobby.
Let me tell you guys a story.
Do you want to apologize to our?
There was a model that was talking to me once, and she was telling me that she was a vegan, and she makes home remedies and stuff. And Turks came up behind me and said "Attara."
Oh, wow.
Dude, that was in confidence.
I just want to tell you what happened.
Talk about misunderstanding. Unsophisticated swine.
I'm sorry, but that's what home remedy.
I agree with him. Yo, he got it right. Let's not be angry at him.
It's just a matter of perception.
Sorry for being accurate. I am sorry.
Why? Yo, shout out to the lovers. And also fuck you for this one.
What?
Why DaBaby do DaBaby like that?
What? What happened? I need some context here.
That's a great question, actually.
You know the
Great
story,
question.
right?
I know the story. I don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you the story. So DaBaby, the artist, he went on Instagram Live trying to kick out his baby mama.
What?
And his baby mama saying, "Hey, I have a baby. So
Oh wow.
you are kicking me out."
That's funny. That's funny. Why did baby do the baby like that?
Exactly. It is very dumb, but
Okay.
thank you for this one.
Okay.
That was like one of the best questions I heard in my life. Why did baby do the baby like that?
I mean, he don't have to. I don't know why he do like the baby like that.
Okay, why'd you become a southern woman all of a sudden? Yo, why?
I'll say.
I'm just sad on the baby's part.
Oh my god. Stop with the sweet tea. Good luck. Why do weird people online think billionaires like Elon Musk are their friends? Yeah, Shamsi. Tell us why people weird online and like you in real life think billionaires like Elon Musk is your friend.
I don't think he's my friend. I know that he is not my friend. He's the furthest thing from my friend that can be.
It's obvious that you tried. It's obvious. You got rejected.
It's obvious he's salty about something. Yeah.
Exactly.
We were pen pals for a minute, but that is now behind me.
You were butt buddies for a minute.
I don't know. Like, okay, that's the thing. Like, what's the other example other than Elon Musk? 'Cause I think
Everything,
the guy is
everyone.
kind of-
I'll give another example. Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. You want this to go on?
I think it's accessibility. That's the issue.
It's social media.
Yeah.
You-
I don't know,
I can add you, motherfucker. You my friend.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I know. I watch you on TV all the time.
Yeah.
I see you on social media posting all the time.
Mhm.
I'm buying the products that you're selling.
Mhm.
I support you and you're good and bad.
Since
I
you are a
defend
part
you-
of my life,
Yes, exactly.
I gotta be part of yours, of course. What, you don't like me like that? Messi.
Exactly.
Messi.
Remember when Munti was telling us a story about that obsessive girl with the flowers
Yeah.
or the roses
Yeah. Still looking for her.
chasing his ugly friend?
Mm.
I didn't think he was ugly. I never met the guy. Munti said he was ugly.
Yeah.
I'll just put it out there. Munti's ugly friend.
His word.
So yeah.
No, but it's actually a thing, and the social media I think has a big part of it because social media you're like in somebody's head, Like when Kanye went on his epic Twitter rants, it's like okay,
Who's
I'm
getting
sitting
head?
with the guy.
Hold on, go back. Who's getting head?
When Kanye went on his epic Twitter rant,
Hey, تفضل.
Okay. He was getting head.
and no, nobody was getting head. I was like, it's like you're there. It's like you're sitting next to them.
Oh, okay.
That's
I don't get what's going on. here.
that's what it builds. And
I must have
there's an
misheard you.
actual term for it. Yeah, there's an actual term for it. I don't know what it is.
Shamsiism?
Like that,
Is it called Shamsiism?
where you kind of get to feel like you get to know somebody just because you're always interacting
Oh
with
yeah,
people.
fuck. What was it called? Oh shit, I had that memorized. I know someone like that. Shit.
Yeah?
Hold up, let me open up my dictionary. Can't find it. Yeah, but I have a friend like that. I have a friend who's obsessed with what's the name? An artist, a female R&B singer, to the point that he's like,
And
we're gonna be together one day. I'm like, yeah, you will.
Oh,
Yeah, you will.
okay.
In the
like, yo,
psycho ward.
she gets me.
Interesting.
Yeah, she gets me. She sings to me.
Yeah.
She talks to me.
Yeah, and social media kind of magnifies that shit a lot.
By the way, I once saw him tweet. He added her and he said, "I'll never do you wrong" or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oof, oof.
I'm my guy.
Oof, I got you. I got you.
Like I'm sure he believes in that, but I'm not sure how healthy that is.
But that's the thing. Like people fight about other people for the sake of fucking fighting. I don't get it.
Bro,
Look. The day till this day, I do not understand people who take it personally when you make fun of their football club. I don't understand.
Bro, there's an element of tribalism involved in that.
We
People like to take
discussed
sides.
that before.
Mm.
فهمت كيف؟ بس
Yeah,
إنه
yeah,
again in
people-
tribalism فهمت كيف؟ You need to be there or be a part of it.
Yeah.
More sitting across the fucking globe on your ass on your phone and then just talking shit to people online as if you're part of it.
Go make fun of
I get
BTS.
it. I get it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Some
Yeah.
people,
Yeah, the Koreans
some
were
people, some
oof.
people,
All
No, some
12-year-old
people need
girls
them.
around the world would
Yeah.
destroy you.
Definitely, of course, because they're friends.
well, that's
Yo,
the thing.
fuck BTS. That's what happens.
And that's when the channel shut down.
Exactly. And that's how Past the Kabsa ended. BTS won.
Oh,
Next one.
Next one.
Shamsi, you comfortable?
So comfortable. I feel like I belong.
Okay. How do you know? Yeah, I feel so bad for him.
I know. I'm so sad.
Yo,
It's so
when are you supposed to
sad.
get out and get tested? What, Saturday, Sunday? Sunday.
I don't know, bro. Bro, I tried to go yesterday, and the system was like, nope, not going anywhere.
I was
Like,
going to
bro,
ask you
that's
that for real. Yo, like when you said you wanted to go get test before you end your quarantine, how are you supposed to get out? Do they allow you to go out?
I called the number, and the number was like,
Beep, boop, boop, boop,
The
boop.
number was like, hey,
the friendly people on the other side of the Ministry of Health number
yeah.
who responded very quickly and promptly to my inquiries.
Nice.
Sit the fuck
told
down.
me
Sit the fuck
basically-
down.
they were like, توكلنا 10 days after the test. So 10 days after you test positive, توكلنا switches back to, okay, like you're good now.
Okay.
Oh, you're good? You don't have to go do a test or anything?
Yeah, like they're probably, you don't have to go do it.
Yeah, because I think
some people, it sticks in their system for a couple of weeks, Danny.
Yeah, yeah. It says a couple of months. I remember one of my boys tested positive for like ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even if you
they're
get
like,
tested,
"Man,
it's gonna come out positive, even though you're done. You're gone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool.
That's what you get for making out with random women, Champsy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And man,
What?
what?
And animals.
Can I pet that dog? No, Shamsi. No.
You don't pet with your lips.
I'm sure-
Who pets with their
I'm
lips, Champsy?
sure, I'm sure it was the giraffe. That's who it was.
Oh,
Man, that is wild.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a question that says, what is the perfect dessert? For like 10 minutes, I thought it was the perfect desert. And in my head, I'm thinking, where's it, Morocco?
You actually had to think about it. Wow.
Oh, yeah. The
I
desert,
prefer the Mongolian desert. You know,
desert had two
it's
S's, my
drier
bad.
there.
Yo, fuck you, Mongolia.
More horses.
Here's a good question.
What is the most beautiful desert?
The most beautiful desert?
Yeah.
They're all deserts.
Nah.
What are you talking about?
Nah. Deserts be different.
You have the empty quarter. You have the Sahara.
Yeah.
You
Completely
have
different.
you have a little place between Sudan and Ethiopia. That me and
the empty
Champsy saw.
quarter is an
in a
empty
documentary.
quarter. It's
Called the Gobi Desert.
Yeah, there we go.
No, the Gobi Desert is in China. I lied.
I know. Do you know why? Because I was thinking that there was some Indian dude who went with a flag and made it his own country at one time. And it wasn't called Gobi.
No, I think the most beautiful desert, it's in Iceland. All ice.
So
It's a frozen
Called
desert.
that is
tundra.
not.
It's a desert. It's a desert. Shamsi, fact check me, please, here.
It's called a tundra. An Arctic desert is called a tundra.
No, an Arctic tundra is completely different than an ice desert.
No.
So
Anyway, yeah. Tell me. Deserts can be cold. I don't know why.
deserts can be cold. Yes, they can be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with cold, but I disagree with what's the name.
Desert doesn't have to be sand. I am sorry. You can have a sand desert, a rock desert, and a snow desert.
That's Fat Turks speaking.
What are you talking about?
Technically,
It
the
is.
Sahara is not a sand desert, by the way.
The Sahara is not.
It's
not.
Rubba Khali is.
Rubba
The
Khali is.
quarter is a sand desert. The Sahara is a rock desert.
Yeah.
That's why you said the best looking.
Mm.
See what I mean? That's
And
why. That's why I said.
the snow ones are nice. The
Finest.
Arctic
What's the
tundra
finest,
is
Turk? That's what he's asking you.
what?
What's the finest desert? That's
Yes.
the question.
The finest desert. The empty quarter's got curves. It's got curves.
They got round.
They got curves there. Yeah, exactly. They got humps.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Ride those humps. Black
Yeah.
Eyed Peas wrote a whole song about that.
You know hump day?
Mhm.
That's
It's
Where it
sad
came
day.
from.
Rubba Khali Day. I've been in shape. I was partying right now.
Next question.
Next question. No, you want to stay here and linger?
We forgot about desserts. What's the best dessert?
What is the perfect dessert?
I think our question was better. I think let's move on now. We asked what's the best desert.
Look, Fat Turks woke up. Okay, he said desert. He woke up.
I got answers on answers for dessert, but never mind. Let's
So give me one.
Yeah, exactly.
a plain cheesecake drizzled with melted chocolate.
That
Thank you very
sounds like
Diabetes.
exactly type 8.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a number. It's not even a letter no more.
No, the best dessert is a cookie, my guy. You got the perfect the taste, the texture, and the portability. Got that on lockdown. I thought about this.
So basically, Turks is telling us when he was driving to work, if you're driving and you need to have some dessert, the best thing for you. Pop it open, just eat while you're driving.
Exactly.
Have you ever really ate like a very good meal while you drive?
A very good meal?
Yeah.
Like if it's not a sandwich, I don't think. Actually, maybe some noodles.
How the fuck do you eat noodles while driving?
Some noodles in a box with a fork.
The only thing you can eat while driving is shawarma.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Sandwiches
are automatic. Yeah. You can,
by the way, that's illegal, so we don't do it anymore. Just letting you know.
God bless Sahar for protecting our lives. At what point should you stop parenting your future kids and let them go about life their way? We don't have kids.
Yeah.
So
start with having kids.
Yes. So we can't really answer that question. On behalf of my friends who have kids, they all say fuck them kids. So I do not have the best influence around me.
If I'm just gonna throw an answer as if I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I think when
are y'all trying?
They know how to.
My bad. You keep going. You say?
I think when they know how to take care of their own, halas, you gotta let them go.
But what is take care of their own?
Deal with life without going like
Papa help. By the way, you teach them how to do that.
Yeah, you teach them how to do that until they don't need lessons anymore. But are they gonna still be reliant on you? That's the issue.
Do y'all believe in boarding schools? Do you think boarding schools shapes up the person differently?
Definitely.
It does, because your parents is not there, my guy.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
differently. Yes.
Yeah, different. What type of way?
Is it a preferred option? But
depends on the boarding school. It depends on the boarding
Oh my god!
school,
all the guys that I know that went to boarding school
Yeah.
are not too attached to their families.
That's the issue. That's what you. That's the. That conflicts with our culture.
The family values are not there anymore.
The values.
Yes, the family values. Yes.
That's one of the things that boarding school does.
Excuse my British.
Breaks the bonds. It breaks the bonds that you have, and it establishes new bonds. And depends on what kind of boarding school it is. If it's a military boarding school, then you're going to come up with that military discipline. If it's like one of those fancy ass, mountain boarding schools with lakes and shit, then you're going to get calculated in whatever values they value over there.
Yeah. The rain and stuff.
Boats, probably. I don't know.
That is called Boy Scouts. It's not called
boats and duck hunting.
It's not called a school.
Shamsi, are you a Boy Scout?
Yo, hold up. Who has a boarding school on top of the mountain in the middle of the forest?
Xavier. I know that.
Germans, my guy. Germans.
The Germans have castles, my guy. They don't have boarding schools on top of a fucking mountain.
Technically it was Nazis once upon a time, but nowadays we call them Germans.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes,
wow. Okay.
There we go.
We had to go there.
Shamsi said of Germany, unplug his wires.
We had to go there. Okay. Boarding school, I don't think is a great. I mean, it has its own benefit, but I think you can get that benefit with like a boarding summer school or a summer camp, rather than for a whole year you're away from your family.
Yeah.
As a kid,
because an ass whooping at 6 is different than an ass whooping at 7.
True. And it depends on who's whooping your ass.
Yes.
If my parents are whooping your ass, Adi.
You can't say shit.
Yeah. If a teacher?
Yeah, that's game over. Yeah, that's game over.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but keep in mind,
Shamsi, you like getting spanked?
That culture doesn't really exist here in Saudi. Like all the people that we know that went to boarding school where? It's either, personally for me, it's either somebody was sent to military school in the States, or they went to an extremely fancy boarding school somewhere in
not everybody is wealthy like you and your family, so no one understands what you're talking about.
And I'm talking about in the culture in Saudi.
Yes, again, my guy, there's no culture in Saudi of boarding school. Only the rich of the rich. انت الحين قاعد تفضح نفسك. خليك ساكت ارحم والدك. You keep saying that you're broke. all those baby mamas like they come Saudi using tourism visas, my guy.
maybe my point is we shouldn't really denigrate it when it's not really part of our culture. Like, do we want something like boarding school to be part of our culture?
The question wasn't. Do you think? Okay, I see what you mean.
You see my point?
Yeah, I see what you mean. As a Saudi, especially when it comes to religion and teaching Islamic studies, you need a university that can
A boarding school.
Yeah, a boarding school that can deal with not only the culture but also the religion
But
at the same time.
even if you have a Saudi boarding school,
That's what we're saying.
even if
for
you
me,
do,
and
that's
the question
it's gonna teach you the same thing, but that the family values are gonna be way less inherent. You know,
Mm.
not that
Well,
ingrained.
the question I'm trying to ask is, in what kind of national values would you want to encounter? You get my point? Rather, when you take somebody out of their family's, education or upbringing, you're taking them out of all that social circle and community, and you're putting them in a pool of new recruits, and you want to form and mold them. What exactly do you want to leave them with? What
That's true.
commitment?
That's a good point. Like you understand military boarding school because you understand the end goal of it.
Hey, there's a hierarchy.
Yes,
You
exactly.
need to fucking learn how to listen to the hierarchy, and you need to be disciplined in your own self. That's the value that they're
It's a
teaching.
lot of
you there.
discipline, definitely.
But for us, that's a bigger question. I'm sure there's plenty of positive national values that we can all agree on. And when I say positive national values, I'm talking about values that we have because of either the religion, or because of us being Arabs, or C, us being Saudis, or D being from a certain area, whether it's Hijazi or Basini or whatever. All of those different triggers form and shape who you are as an identity, as a value system. When we're talking about it as a country, how do you take the best out of everywhere and be able to distill it and dilute it and be able to inject it in all these kids?
I don't want to inject anything into kids. I just want.
I made it sound much worse than it actually is.
Yes, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I'm
That's
illustrating a point
That's all I
here.
got. Boarding school is injecting things in kids. My kids are not going to a boarding school.
You know why I'm thinking about this? Actually, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. But the reason I'm thinking about this, I was reading this article about
Kobe
Nazi
Shamsi.
boarding school. Okay.
Okay,
And how
stop.
Nazi boarding
Stop.
schools.
Stop. No, stop, Shamsi.
Okay.
No.
They were inspired by something else.
Okay, stop.
Point.
Stop.
Okay. Never
Yeah, exactly. Let's not go there.
You got him trained well.
A lot of treats. A lot of treats.
We were going so well. I know. We were doing so well.
Yes, Shamsi. And also
Yeah.
the Nazis had to come in.
Off a cliff. See, that's what happens when you leave me to myself,
Yes.
guys.
Germany, boarding school, Nazis. Yani, the train of thought is amazing.
I mean, the rabbit holes I can find. I'll say.
When did you realize you're an adult? Never.
Shit. Yeah.
I do not know what an adult is supposed to be. Actually,
Mm.
yo, Shamsi, you hate capitalism and people in life. Let me ask you this question. I'm sorry. Okay. I know you're going through a lot today. All right, let's just make it worse. Okay. Do you think the current image in the West of what an adult is part of capitalism?
Oh, definitely.
100%. So you with me on this one?
What?
Oh,
y'all
definitely.
gonna have to explain yourself.
Okay. So when they say okay, Shamsi, go ahead. You haven't talked in like
An adult.
10 days.
What is an adult? An adult is a functioning member.
What is an adult? That's how it
Functioning,
starts.
contributing member of society.
Yes.
Contributing is
Mhm.
more important.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you hold down a job. You are contributing to the economy. You probably have a house, or you're renting, so you're contributing to the economy.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting married, so you're replenishing the population rate. You're part of the economy. So the whole thing is built around the idea of you being somebody who will consume and somebody who will produce, rather than being part of a functioning family/social unit, which is how we view it. And for us, until you belong to a family, you don't belong to a job, you don't belong to a social class.
Mm-hmm.
You belong to the essential unit that is formed.
That
our
is why when
identity.
you're young, they say, Inshallah, yikbar witzawaj. They focus on the marriage part and the kids part before the job part.
Hey,
True.
your value system.
True,
is so
but
different. It's
that
about
is
building the
also
family.
adulthood.
What is adulthood? Here?
يكبر ويتزوج.
Okay, yikbar witzawaj. Yikbar in age. Okay, it doesn't mean he's going to become an adult.
So our idea of an adult is someone who can
Provide
provide and
security.
let me finish. Are you Shamsi today?
No, I am your father. I'm telling you what I had to do.
Telling you what you should be doing.
Exactly. Shout out Turks Pops, by the way. I'm sorry for that one.
Yeah,
He's
you
gonna whoop my
better,
ass.
you better.
He's gonna whoop my ass.
Yeah. So instead of an adult being someone who can hold a job, an adult is someone who can hold a family. That's the difference in idea between adults, between there and here. Is that what you're telling me?
I think you have something there. So
You do.
what Shamsi is talking about is basically when people think about people in our generation, think about the idea of what an adult is. Their first go-to is what TV taught us. An adult is a guy in a suit.
Yep.
He goes to work, comes back home. The wife is cooking, but now we have more equality, and now she doesn't need to cook.
Yeah, they're both cooking.
They're both cooking now.
Yeah.
They're both a kitchen.
Yes.
So the idea of what it is it's pushed by capitalism because you are supposed to go and work into a machine, and then you come back home getting rewarded from your work in that machine. So the idea of you being an adult has to do with the machine that you're put in, not as in like you are sophisticated, not anything else. It's about the machine.
Okay.
But keep in mind, there is a breakdown. There is a breakdown in that perception happening now in the West. Because all of those perceptions that we're talking about, those were perceptions that were built up by the old generation. The boomers, okay? The boomers, okay, created this
You don't have to say it that way.
He's happy. The boomers.
Okay, this idealized concept of like, you have a job, you have a family, you have a wife, you have a house. Nowadays, the current generation, millennials, our generation, are realizing that reality is very different. Nowadays, no, you don't really have a stable job. Now you have a gig, okay, as an Uber driver or whatever. Nowadays, like the whole, build up of the economy and society. And
Steve Jobs and Google and everybody else changing the idea of what a business looks like. You come in, it's more colorful, like Google, what Google does.
Yeah.
Make you feel like it's a community. It's more than just a job. They try to build the whole, what's it called? A cult?
It's very cultish. Yeah, it's very cultish.
It's very cultish.
No, you're right. Company counts. So it counts what it is. And it's kind of like, this is a throwback to what used to happen like in the late 1800s States when, you had robber barons and all these big corporations. Standard Oil, that's the original big corporation. And now you're getting to corporations that are much bigger and so the buildup of society is different. And what this is causing is a tension, a very great tension between the expectation of, okay, as an adult, my parents tell me I should be doing A, B, and C. I should own a house. I should have a wife. But the reality is, nowadays, I can't afford to do any of those things. So that's why I'm a 30-something, dude that's still renting and working from home and whatever. That whole concept of adulthood is fucked. Okay. But on the flip side, what we have here is a reorganization, I guess, or reassessment of what adulthood should look like. Because if we're going to look at our parents' generation had things much easier than we did, that we do. It's much easier.
I disagree with that one.
I
disagree with that one.
That's huge.
You think so?
Yeah. Because every generation had its own struggle. So, like,
they did.
Our kids in the future going to say, "Oh, you guys had it good back then." They're going to say the same exact thing.
That's definitely going to happen.
But in reality, when they were living it wasn't good.
True, maybe. But what I mean is there's a lot more competition for a lot of things now compared to what there was before. So before, yes, you didn't have a lot of foundation, you didn't have a lot of infrastructure, but, you had the freedom to room to create whatever you wanted. Nowadays, you go up on the scene and a lot of people are already established. There's already a lot of competition in the job market and in the university market and all of that. So it's not as easy as it is for the current generation. In that sense,
I disagree. Back then they needed like 10 carpenters and they had 100.
Yeah, dude, my dad used to walk 16 miles just to get to school.
By 16 miles, that's miles from back then, which is calculated to like 16 meters.
Inflation, you got
it's like 24 miles right now.
No, you got inflation to the mile.
In the rain,
yes,
with a broken bicycle.
Yes,
it was hard.
Yes,
it was hard.
And the bell can only ring one way, not going back. So it only has it just have to ring.
Yo, and the shahan but two rings. That's it. It was tough.
And he had to pedal real hard or the light would never turn on.
Yeah. Life was tough, man. Life was tough.
I'm not going to compare whether it was easier or more difficult. I'm just going to say it's different. The challenges are different.
Exactly.
Everybody has their own challenges. Everybody has their own struggles.
Oh, it's without a doubt. But today, there's more opportunity for work compared to back then. That's without a doubt. ما يبغى واحد اثنين هذا. You don't even think about it.
But the point I wanted to make is the formulation of what it is to be an adult for our generation is already different than it was for their generation.
Yeah, that I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
we're changing it, but what are we changing it to? That's the question. Everyone's trying to be more minimalistic in everything that they do. Minimize your carbon footprint, yada 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 yada. What does that really look like? No one has an idea. Everyone just gives you their own bullshit what they think it looks like, but all it sounds like is like, oh, everything that we built to today, we need to get rid of.
You know, Mary Kondo would be happy with that shit. No, but I think it's a bit different. It's a bit different than just that, you know. Yeah, nowadays you have the idea of both, you know, the husband and the wife both holding down a job to be able to sustain, you know, their lifestyle is more widely accepted than it was back then. You know, back then, no, it wasn't. A large segment of society had a big issue with the wife working for whatever reason, you know. And the same thing with kids. Back then, the expectation was a household of 4 kids. That was the normal thing. Nowadays, it's 2. You know,
4 kids. That's a little too little, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, dude.
My grandpa had 85 kids.
Exactly. Back then, like in my grandpa's generation, dude, you're an adult by 12.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. By 18, you have 6 kids.
By 16, you're involved in war.
Exactly. يعني خلاص تتقاعد وانت 25. انا ما اتخرج ما like you begin work at 24 الحين.
That's true. You begin work at 26
now. The lifespan was what, until 40, 50?
No, what are you talking about? No,
it was about in the 60s. In the 60s-ish back then.
Yeah.
60s, 70s maybe, I tell you.
Right now it's in the what, 80s? 90s?
Oh, you can't say no way, my guy. Yeah, just look at the history.
Yeah, I'm talking average population.
Oh, average? No, I actually look. I don't know, and you guys don't know either.
Life expectancy was
I think it was somewhere around the 60s.
I would take a while.
People died young.
But
people died young, and you had a lot of.
My guy, what are you talking about?
You didn't have a lot of healthcare, I'm sure.
40s is still young, my guy. Maybe
who said 40s? No, dude. No. I'm sorry, Shamsi. 40s is a bit too much. Life expectancy was about, if I'm not mistaken, was 60s. Now it's 80s.
My
90s.
point was you had a lot of things that killed people at a much younger age back then because of the lack of healthcare. Like that's our grandparents.
Modern medicine. You're basically,
and for some reason you still exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
are we done with questions?
We're done with questions.
خلاص.
It's over.
ما في any interesting one-off كده تستاهل. Am I giving you tasks?
I'm doing this for you.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. No. No, since you said I'm doing it for you. تحشرني. عارف يا حيوان.
يسلمك.
So there's no questions. Alhamdulillah.
Look, for like the 9th time, people ask me about third culture kids. And
what?
Oh, what's wrong? Why are you angry?
What's third culture kids?
I know what third culture kids is. But I just can't speak on it because I'm not the right guy to talk about it.
What is
a third culture kid? Is a kid that, basically a kid from the States that grew up in Saudi. That's a third culture kid because they didn't really grow up in the States. They grew up in Saudi, and they're kind of in between. They're not accepted in Saudi because they're from the States, and they're not really accepted in the States because they grew up in Saudi. That's
an outcast, a misfit. Yeah. Zlab.
I mean, you just said they don't speak for you.
No, I'm just saying I don't like to talk about them because not everyone's experience is the same.
True.
And not everyone, the things I went through doesn't mean everybody else is gonna go through it, right? And what I might think was bad, someone can come up and say, "Oh, give me a trump card," right? And just give me, "Oh, my shit is worse than you."
Yeah.
So it's hard to speak on those things, but. Does the country accept you? Of course, the country fucking accepts you. No more, no less. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
That's the thing. Everybody's experience is different.
But anyway, Shams, you want to talk a lot. I gave you a lot of space to talk. You need to go back to having COVID and not talking to us again.
خلاص
we're done. We out.
I think we're good. مسكين يا أخي والله
مسكين شامسي
يكسر الخاطر.
اي والله يكسر الخاطر
I
يا
can hear the puppy eyes. That's the issue.
نشغل فيس تايم يا عيال ما شفتكم.
Oh, and happy birthday, Ra. We just wanted to shout out happy birthday.
Happy
was
birthday.
Happy birthday.
yeah, the guys couldn't make it. One had COVID, the other one had a pregnancy scare,
Yeah,
which is Turks.
Alhamdulillah.
But you know,
False alarm. Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
it was just a donut.
You're good.
Yeah. It was gas.
Oh shit. Well, anyway, shout out to all the homies and everybody else that's involved. Shout out to our tens and tens of listeners and tens of viewers. Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you next week. Shamsi, are we gonna see you on Sunday or not? So are we gonna record together or not?
Inshallah. Yes.
Inshallah. He has no idea.
Yeah, nobody does.
Marla.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. See that inshallah? That's what Malay gave me when I asked him for toys. That was the same inshallah. You're gonna disappoint me, Shamsi. Anyway, we out?
Peace.
Yeah.
Yalla, peace.
I'm still here. I don't know about you guys.
Yalla, peace. Peace.